Melt the resistance and open your heart with Transformation Thursdays.
Hello and welcome to Transformation Thursdays. I am your host, Jay Dubois, and I'm here today with Sheila Smith, who is a yoga instructor here at the Awareness Center for 15 years. Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, tell me about Kundalini Yoga.
Well, I'd love to. In Kundalini Yoga practice, we really believe in focusing on our breathing, on working with postures and our breath together. And we also believe in really raising our vibration through the use of mantra. So we combine our breathing with postures and mantra in order to really just bring, as the word yoga means, a union of the mind, body, and spirit. And to me, it's a really comprehensive way to kind of get out of your mind, feel your body and your breathing, and to get a deeper sense of who you really are, without all of the trappings, that we try to label ourselves outside yoga class.
Yeah. I am also a practitioner of Kundalini Yoga, and I really love it. And I've had some pretty profound experiences with Kundalini Yoga. Can you tell me what Kundalini Yoga has done to transform you?
Yeah, it's been really amazing. I took yoga training, teacher training initially because I wanted to find out the mystery of yoga, and I was very intensely into it physically. But when I went through the teacher training, I really began to understand the spiritual component much more. And actually, when I first started, when I learned about the chakras, I was really interested in the fifth chakra. This is about speaking your truth, about learning from others, listening, and that really set off a bell in my mind. And through my practice and taking more and more trainings, I just began to really feel, I had a voice. And prior to that, I had been kind of shy, and it took a while for me to come out of my shell, but now I'm really happy to walk into a room, say I'm a yoga instructor, and it's just changed my life in that respect. I found a passion in teaching because I wanted to share this technology with as many people as I could.
That's great. I'm curious about your story, about how it is you came to Kundalini Yoga, with the feeling that you needed power in your voice, that you perhaps had been disempowered.
Okay, yeah. Great question. That term frenemy.
Yes.
I had one of those at the time. And she said, Sheila, you're so stressed out. You need yoga. You're coming with me to a 7 a.m. class. And I was like, 7 a.m., no way. And I came to the Awareness Center, and it was hard. Each of the postures was really hard. I thought, I'm in good physical shape, but I didn't know how to breathe properly and all that sort of stuff. And I took the class and I was like, oh no, this, in my mind, I'm going, this sucks, I don't like it. And then at the end, when we had a very beautiful, deep relaxation, something released in me. And at that point, I didn't really know what it was, but I wanted to keep practicing. So I did that for several years. And then I got laid off from work, and I had a lot of free time. So I connected back with the Awareness Center and decided to take teacher training. And it's been a life changer for me. It really has.
Yeah. Thank you. So Sheila has a class here at the Awareness Center every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, a class that I love. And one of the things that I've observed about this class is that you really cultivate a community here, and you seem to be really passionate about cultivating a community. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, well, I really believe so much in this style of yoga. And I started out working here while I was doing the teacher training, and it was just a joy to see people come into the studio all harried and stressed out from work or life. And when they walked out the door to see the transformation, I knew exactly what was going on. And I just felt you could really communicate with people better when you're both kind of more calm and relaxed. And we could get to more deeper conversations, about what just happened in yoga class or how that affects your life, outside the yoga studio. And I saw it as an opportunity. So, I worked here for years and years and worked in the office and taught loads of classes and taught kids class, which was a blast, but also pretty energetic. My heart goes out to teachers of young kids. It's a blast and it's exhausting. But and so over the years, I started to have some regulars here in my Friday morning class, and one of my students, who I found out later I'm related to through my husband, it was great to find out they're cousins. He named our class the Breakfast Club, and a few months later, my husband said, "Well, why don't you take some waffles to Breakfast Club?" And we had a great tradition of that up until the pandemic. And now we're getting back into, we have more people in studio. We still do it online as well. And so
delicious brownies.
gluten-free, but sugar-filled.
Yes. The essential ingredient.
Yes.
Yes.
So, if people have the time after class, we sit in the lobby and share, how did it feel in class, or maybe a topic really touched someone. Or, for example, a couple of weeks ago, we had a brand new student, had never taken a Kundalini Yoga class. She stayed, had brownies with us, and talked to Jay and Winnie, and ended up, coming to the Tao calligraphy events. And she immediately after class felt like, wow, I felt like I found a community, and that's what she was looking for. So I feel like we try and do that as much as we can, to connect with each other and share our experiences.
Yeah, thank you. I'm curious, because there's been this you've been here at the Awareness Center for a long time, and there's been this recent addition of the Heart Center to this space. How you feel about this and how you're receiving it?
I love it. I think maybe but just having known you and Winnie prior to you, coming in this position, that was a help, because I knew some players. But once I started to take the workshops with you guys, it blew my mind. And it's very complimentary because, Heart Center LA, I firmly believe when I teach about yoga that our soul, to me, and this is just me, but it resides at the heart. So opening up our hearts to each other and to teachings that have such ancient wisdom connected to them is really powerful. And I study, and I don't have a background in shamanic practices, but I totally believe in the ancient practices of our elders from all cultures. I love to quote Celtic, history, and I love Buddhism, and I'm not a very studious person, but if something connects to me, I want to share it with my students. And I believe that you all you're continuing that, and allowing all of us to kind of see the different paths that branch out, but also come back together with commonality and that heart-centered feeling. It's really important to me.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much. I feel like it's a community, it's two individual communities
Mhm.
that is also a larger community. And I feel like this is really important. I feel like in this time, we have a lot of separation. We have a lot of like, I do my thing and you do your thing.
Mhm.
And I really feel like this is an opportunity for us to come together. Like, you bring your thing, we bring our thing, and we have a thing,
Yeah.
a bigger thing, right? And one of the things we do at these workshops is we do shamanic practice. I lead shamanic practices. Winnie tends to lead sometimes shamanic practices, sometimes she leads a lot of movement practices, and then also Tao calligraphy practices, and how he brings in the Tao calligraphy end of things as well. So I really feel like it's a good complement to Kundalini Yoga, which has been, as I said, so transformative in my life.
That's excellent. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think as a teacher, when I first started teaching, I thought all the other teachers were like, I call them woo-woo, and I appreciate them 100%. But I wondered, how would I fit in? Because I'm a little more, I want to be playful. I want to connect with my students, each one of you. And so I share in my classes, silly things that happen to me, but may pertain, not always silly things, but things that happen to me that may pertain to others, and we can work on them through our yoga practice. But I want to have fun. And I think through you all with the Heart Center LA, I immediately connected to this sense of sharing and fun. We dance in your programs. We trace, which is a beautiful body movement, and we breathe. And in your practice, you chant, which to me is invaluable. Especially going back to why the chakra that meant the most to me is to be able to express myself. And all through teacher training, I did not think I would become a teacher until that very last day when I got up there and I thought, I really believe in this practice and I want to make people feel good about the practice too. So all of those things combined, and I'm really pleased that one other aspect of what I teach is helping drug addicts in residential drug treatment facilities. So I've been doing that for about 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I think that helped my teaching. You kind of have to be able to deal with a variety of people. In some of those instances, it's people who don't really want to take yoga,
Right.
but they come, and it's always such a blessing to me if I can just get them to slow their breathing down for 1 minute, just to see how it feels, or to chant something and know that they're raising their consciousness, their vibration. And it's been very rewarding. And I get my students from rehab, once they graduate, they come to this class on Friday mornings. Yeah, especially when they're in their transitional housing and they're looking for jobs and they still hold on to their yoga practice. And I get great feedback from them all the time about how it made a difference.
That is so beautiful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Sheila's class is every Friday at 9 a.m. It's live in person here at the Awareness Center in Pasadena, California. And also you can join us on Zoom if you'd like to join from some other location. And what I have to say about this class is this passion for fun, for connection, and for community is really present in her class. So I strongly recommend it. Thank you so much for joining me today, Sheila.
Thanks, Jay.
I really appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here.
Great. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Please like, share, and subscribe. We connect people with the resources to navigate the ups and downs of life. Will you help us solve the mental health crisis? Please donate to Compassionate Transformation at lovect.net. Thank you and love you.